What up? Coach Lens here, and today I want to go through the power clean. So there are so many different variations, different adaptations, along with coaching cues. Ultimately, I know a lot of places will not teach the power clean all the way on through because it does take a while. I've always had the mindset of I'm going to take a bunch of crap, throw it at a wall, see what sticks, and coach the crap out of it. So that's what I'm doing in this video, is to help you see different stuff that I'm looking at when it comes to the clean, to help those athletes get to as close to a good catch as you can. Ultimately, they are not going to be Olympic lifters if they're athletes. So this is more for the athletic. Hey, let's get the bar moving well. Let's make sure we're going in a close to that you're not going to get hurt. Ultimately is what we're looking for. So when we have our athletes address the bar, first thing we're going to do is males are going to be thumb width out from smooth. Females, half a thumb width out from smooth. That way, as they bring the bar up, they're going to be able to catch it in that front rack position. Next thing we're going to do is get our feet just underneath our hips. So as we're standing, boom, you're going to be straight down. Because with the clean, you're going to be going from hip to squat. So I'm going to be able to put that force straight down to the ground. More force in the ground is going to allow you to go up. If you start getting too wide, now you're pushing that force out at an angle compared to straight down. So again, thumb width out from smooth. From there, grip the bar as tight as you can with your hands and pop the chest. Another way to really easily get this to happen is if you put your hands at your side with your palms back and squeeze back. Now you'll feel those lats firing. So in your here, bar is tight, or your hands are tight, your back is tight. From there, your arms are loose. You want them to be loose and be like whips. So with my feet underneath my hips, one of the first things we'll do, slight knee bend, push your butt back. So it's back at a hinge, not straight down. When it's back at a hinge, from here, jump shrug. That back is tight, I'm gonna push, keep my feet flat, jump up, and shrug. The reason why I like keeping the feet flat is you're going to feel and see the hips snap through, as compared to if you're trying to come up to those toes so much, you're kind of throwing that bar away from it. So feet flat, jump up, shrug, we'll hit 2 or 3 of those. The next progression we'll do then, jump, shrug, high outside. Butt back, jump, shrug, high outside. Ultimately, when you're doing it, the bar should be floating, so I'll demo with the bar floating. That way they understand they're not trying to pull on the bar. So you're watching that hip area. If they're pulling on it, you'll see them either bring the elbows up and back, or you'll be able to watch the upper back do one of the first movements. The last thing we'll do is go right into it then, is into a catch. So that jump shrug into the catch up onto the shoulders. So breaking it down part whole, I'll start from the mid-thigh position. That way they'll feel the weight snapping up, trying to focus on them getting their hips through. That way they're feeling it more from the hips, not their back or the upper back trying to pull on it. So common stuff you'll see is, like I said, pulling on it when it comes to that power clean. And for me, I go off the mid-thigh to start. So mid-thigh is here, working way on down to knee. So with that mid-thigh, if you're starting to see them get up to their toes too much, and they'll hop forward. So as they come up to it, their knees aren't going to be bent as compared to trying to go all the way straight. So that's why I emphasize with a flat foot. Ultimately, if I was going to go kick somebody, am I going to wind up and kick with my toe, or kick him with that full foot? Shout out to Peel for that one. That full foot's going to have more force, so that's what I want to see when it comes to the clean. Again, this is how I coach it up, and other people have different ways. This is the way it's worked for me. So that's why I always go back to the jump shrug. Another thing you'll see as they're trying to go is trying to pull it too much. You'll see movement, if you break down film, instead of watching the hip snap through first, you're going to see the shoulders do a lot of the movement. Ultimately then, they're going to feel more in that low back. So those are big spots you want to watch, is that upper back and the hips. Next thing we'll do is break it on down to the knee. So if you really want to get it down pat fast, we'll do a 2-position power clean. So we'll hit 1 or 2 from that mid-thigh, bring it down to that knee, come back up, catching it. Trying to hit that brush point right down the middle. Again, watching the hips and upper back, keeping those nice and tight. as they come down, sometimes people will drop those shoulders. So when they get to the knee and try to pull it, they're trying to pull it more with their shoulders on the way back as compared to the hips. So focus on keeping that shoulders back tight and just hinging. So a good RDL, come back up the leg before you jump. If you're coming down here and trying to go, you're now pulling a lot more from that back area. So you want to make sure as you're going up, the first motion you're going to see is scooping from here, scooping as compared to either pulling with the upper back into it, so you're seeing too much shoulder movement, or when their shoulders drop, you'll see it right away. As they come down and try to pull, they're here, and at that point, everything's going to get pulled to that front side. Other tendencies that we'll see is that transition from rocking as they're going to the RDL, trying to come forward, they're trying to get those toes. So they'll hinge forward, try to get those toes, and throw it up and back, or not even jump high enough, get here and short it. So when they're shorting it and not getting your hips all the way up and through and keeping the hips short, they're pulling a lot more with the arms. So from here, you can break it down to the floor. That's a whole different beast. I'll actually save that for a different video. So right now, I just want to focus on that mid-thigh and knee formation. Take it slow. Slow roast it, lightweight. I know they want to continue, hey, I can do more, I can do more, I can do more. You can, but not just yet. Make sure that you're looking for that picture perfect or as close to it as you can. In between, we'll substitute because some people are unable to catch it. When we catch it, I say go right to 2 fingers. As you jump, shrug, 2 fingers. And then as you continue to progress it on those catches, you're going to want to ride it on down. So hinge it, come back up, catch, ride it on down into a front squat. So the power clean, love it as it teaches triple extension. It teaches an athleticism of being able to absorb weight, being able to load weight, produce weight, so many different things on top of coachability. That's one of the main reasons why I love power cleans is the coachability of each individual, because no matter what sports you are, volleyball, baseball, lacrosse, everything has the small little tweaks. You have to do small little tweaks in here. It's one exercise that you may be good at it once or twice, and then it's going to go back to, hey, you got to fix this, fix this, fix this. So that is why I like the power cleans. They are a tough movement, no doubt about it, to coach and teach, but hopefully with this video, you got some more tips and cues that's going to make you feel a little bit better about coaching them up and adding them to your program.